Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is a three-piece bowl. We've got Silver Birch, Cedar and English Yew set into a Glasscast 50 with a dirty purple with sparkly glitter resin. So I've got it mounted up between centres at the moment. I'm just taking off the uneven top here and trying to form a tenon so I can turn it round. That's the top of the bowl you're looking at there. It will be the top of the bowl. That piece of cedar is in there, end grain up, so I was having a few problems with it tearing out. But most of that bit of wood is sacrificial, so not too bad. Got the small jaws in the chuck today. So I think my tenon ended up being maybe 2¼ inches. If I look a bit hot and sweaty in that picture, it's because it's the hottest day of the year. 37 degrees in the workshop. Definitely warm. So there it is, turned round. Time to start shaping the bottom. It's worth saying this Glasscast 50. It turns really well. I can actually use my gouge for a lot of the work that I was doing on this, whereas the resin for art stuff I have to use carbide. It chips off really badly. I'm gonna have to replace that chisel soon. It's my favourite chisel by far. There's not much left on the old girl. So I had some really bad tear out in the Silver Birch, which is the centre section. So here I'm just trying to go steady and dig past it, make a bit more contour in the middle of the bowl. So you can see here I've sanded it a bit, and this is where I found the tear out. So I'm just trying to make a notch in that Silver Birch section, and then I'll sand it back from there. Just doing a bit of scraping. First bit of sanding with the 40 grit paper just to rough it out. I'm actually sanding on 1440 RPM here, which is way too fast. I'm trying to remember to slow the lathe down to 400 or less. I know you shouldn't rush these things, but when it's 37 degrees you just want to get it done really. So we're working on the bottom now, and I want to make a mortise in the bottom of this so I can get it turned round for hollowing. Well, I've got this GoPro set. For some reason it stops recording after 5 minutes, so we didn't get any of that bit, but it's now turned round in the lathe, just taking the tenon off, ready to start hollowing it out. I'm sure that is the proper technique being illustrated there. It's the problem with this poor old chisel being so short. Had to switch to the carbide in the end just to get a bit more reach. Need a new tip on my carbide as well. This was making hard work of it really. You can hear as I get close to the edge there how thin one side of this is. For some reason I was slightly off centre when I started hollowing, and one side of the bowl has got incredibly thin. So on to sanding then, on the inside, starting at 40 grit again, working up through 80, 120, 240, 320, 400. Not going to bore you with all the sanding. And from there I go on to my homemade sanding paste, which takes it roughly up to 1000 grit finish. And from that point I go on to homemade shine juice. Finally remember to turn the lathe down to 400 RPM. It's not one of these modern ones where you can just, flick a switch and turn it down. It's belt drive 4-speed. But there she is with the shine juice on. Dirty purple. can see how thin one side is. It's about 3mm on the thick side and 1mm on the thin side. I barely got away with it. A few glamour shots outside. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and share. Feel free to subscribe. Thanks very much to all my subscribers. Keep coming back. I know I haven't posted very much recently, but it's been a bit hot. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.